the one bursting in his proof to the that our flag still flies. Oh, say the that's our spangled banner yet waving for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, race fans. This is JC and Brad Tasbecker bringing you the SOMO 145 from Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia. Second. All right. Welcome to Martinsville. Going to be the last short track race of the SOMO season. Next week we'll be at Charlotte All-Star, and then we'll be at Charlotte after that, Kansas Speedway in Michigan. So this is the final stop here on the SOMO A-Series Tour, brought to you by Lucinda Sleek and Unique VIP Color Straight Nail Strips. And Brad, as Martinsville does, tempers flare and points can change in a lap.
Yeah, I mean, the Paperclip, it's known to shake up things real quick here. I've been watching the guys. It looks like they're having a hard time keeping the cars under them coming off the corner, spinning those tires up and just losing it. So we're going to have an interesting night.
Yeah, here's your top 10 in current practice session, which is actually ending here in about 10 seconds. Trevarton on top of the board. Capalla in second. Jeff Hollingsworth third. Ryan Gemmel in fourth. And Gail Glessner is rounding out your top five. Seth Hatchell was able to make the field tonight in sixth. Todd Crazy Train in seventh. Rob Jenkins in the 71 in eighth. Brother Mark right behind him in ninth. And Brad Speitel is sitting in that 10th spot, and we're going to roll over here to qualifying. And we'll see who jumps on the track here first. Jump with Brad Speitel's on the track, getting ready to head down the backstretch here on this half-mile Paperclip. And if you're a race fan, you'd love to watch races at this track.
Yeah, you know, when you start thinking about battles, this track always comes to mind. I mean, that last lap punt and run.
Yeah, you can break down that somebody's going to get dive bombed during this race. And, you know, SOMO don't pull a lot of cautions off, but it's Martinsville and it's a beast. So, don't matter. The world's best drivers, somebody's going to get dive bomb you and get mad and come back at you. Session leader Trevarton pulls down a 16-2, sitting on top of the board right now. So it looks like a decent field of cars.
Yeah, it's not a packed house, but it's just enough drivers here to make things interesting at this tiny little track.
Like, I think about 17. Here's Rob Jenkins in the 71, down his time, showing third on that first lap. That's going to be His time is 19.6. Appeared on me. So. Hatchell's getting ready to head out. Go to hit the track. Heading down the back stretch. Going to take the green here. Has moved himself into top 10 in points here in the last couple of weeks, but had some real bad luck early last week and fell out of them top 10. Sitting 7th.
Yeah, but that guy right behind him on the chart, Ryan, he just took the green, so we're going to see what he's going to put down.
The 6 car running a little bit different paint scheme this week.
Ryan jumps himself to the top of the board and only took 1 lap. He said, "That's all I need."
Here's 89. I wasn't sure if he was getting back to work this week or not, so he was able to hang on and race 1 more week with us here. After the last couple weeks, he's had some pretty solid finishes. I'm imagining there's going to be quite a few, well, he's going to loop it around, contact with the inside wall coming in the line. He'll get the reset and head back out. And I forget what I was talking about because it's been one of them weeks.
Oh, you tell me about it, brother.
Here's Shane in the 89 heading down the backstretch, and he's got 38 seconds to get his laps in. Probably didn't time out the spin there. Gets a real loose there coming off of 4. Really got to work to put down a good lap here.
Yeah, even with getting loose off the corner, he jumps himself up to 3rd as he spins it out going into 1 and 2.
Oh, good thing he laid down a monstrous first lap. We got quite a few cars not going to take a qualifying lap. James Dorr, Gary Wrights, first not to, Hicks, Gainforth, Holofield, Cray, and Scott Kidd. So I'm going to watch some of these guys work their way up through the field and be patient, and should be fun. So we are going to get right to the gridding up, and we are going to run through this grid quick because we don't have a lot of time here.
Alright, starting on that inside front row, we got our, I believe, still points leader, Ryan Gemmel, with Michael Trevarthen in 2nd. Shane Pippola is going to be coming off in 3rd, with Jeff Hollingsworth in 4th. Rob Jenkins is going to be starting 5th, with Brad Spidell to the outside of him in 6th. Dale Glessner is going to be 7th, with Mark Jenkins starting to the outside of him. Paul Zoda put down your 9th quickest lap and the last guy to put a time in. Seth Hatchell will be on the outside of him in 10th. Brad Hicks, 11th. The Crazy Train, Todd Cray in 12th. Scott Kidd's going to be in 13th with David Gainforth to the outside of him. Ron Hollifield will be in 15th. James Dwar is going to be in 17th if he can get re-signed back in. And Gary Wright will be right there on the outside of him.
Alright, looks like maybe James is going to be starting from the pits here. But I'd imagine there's probably be a caution or two.
I did notice right after qualifying that he had disconnected, but
maybe just came to run some laps and wasn't able to have the time to do it tonight. I mean, where I'm at, it was a beautiful night. We spent all evening and afternoon outside working, doing yard work, so nice to get out. All right, pace car lights are out. We're gonna double it up here at Martinsville for 145 laps of door-to-door. Short track action. Pace car's off. Gemmel's gonna bring him green. Green flag's out. Down into one.
Shane tags Trevarthen. Trevarthen's around.
Caution's out. Easy to see. Shane drove it in there pretty hard for lap 1 and caught the back of that 2, spun him around, and we're going to reset. Knowing Shane, he is kicking himself in the butt.
Yeah, that's not how Shane normally does it. I just think, like you said, he got in a little hot on those cold tires and just slid up a little more than he thought he would.
On board here with Shane, and tire spin and slides right, all 4 tires slide right up into the 2. And I imagine Trevarthen ain't too hot. His car's still in one piece, and he'll work his way back up through.
Yeah, the rest of the field, they did really good about getting down and not getting into him, so hats off to all the drivers here at the SOMO League.
James came on the chat. He had some PC issues. That sucks for you, James. Like watching you race here at the SOMO series. Mechanical failure.
It'll even bite you in sim racing.
So we got a quarter lap in green here. I don't think we'll have to worry about not having long runs. I think we gotta have a couple of nice long runs tonight. See if Trevarthen got it collected back up there, and then he's going to stay on the lead lap and get the wave around.
Yeah, I believe he would.
We're going to go another pace lap. I'm pretty sure they do wave rounds here, so.
And there Trevarthen goes. He fires away around the pace car to get back on the lead lap.
Good deals. Everybody's doubled up, and he's got to kind of bust it around there to catch the back of the field here before he take the green. In the middle of 1 and 2 right now, so they'll probably get the green before he even gets there. That's kind of how it goes. Flags out. Gemmel gets a jump. 89 hangs with him tight. Down this backstretch we go. Gemmel's going to hang on the bottom. 89's going to fall in behind him.
Oh, Jenkins tags the 5, spins him around. Brad Spidell sitting up in 3 and 4.
Two quick cautions here at the beginning. Yeah, 33 at Jenkins here, going down the back stretch. That's a big run, kind of locks the tires up and slides it right in the back of the 5. And everybody's going to tiptoe through this one too. So I think we reached a caution total of the whole last race. We're just going to get him out of the way early. See the 6 stopped.
Yeah, we had a lot of cars dive off on the pit lane right now.
Yeah, they all popped down there and took some fresh rubber. No harm. Doubling back up here is getting ready to go green on lap 13 of 145. Race car is off. As you can see from the screen, and green flag's out. Lots of new additions to Martinsville here in the last week. Put some new signage up, across the backstretch, added lights. This is now a night race. Originally the Cup was going to come here, and then they released North Wilkesboro to them guys, and that's where they ended up going instead of Martinsville. Another caution out.
And we got Scott Kidd, Brad Spidell. It looks like Seth Hatchell maybe was caught up a little bit up in it.
Originally said to pick the 6th pit, but it was Seth Hatchell, and they're running identical paint schemes, and it was 8, and then that last caution.
Oh yeah, unfortunately Scott Kidd, he got a little bit loose coming off the corner, tagged Trevarthen, and then they just all kind of scattered in together.
You see it. Martin made pretty hard contact, but the front of Scott Kidd's car is all tore up. Spidel flex the outside wall, and he's still got a front end on that thing. Scott Kidd coming down pit road right now for service, and he's missing the front bumper. But, it's Martinsville. Toe in straight, that thing will still go. Brad Hicks getting service, and Vital getting service. Getting service. Showing the 63 might have disconnected. So let's see what's going on there. Now I think we're up to 3 cautions, which we've only had 3 in the last 2 races. So.
Well, you know, they've been spoiling us the last couple weeks, so they're trying to make up for it.
Martin stayed on pit road and showing a lap down right now. Pairs catching up to the back of the field as they're doubled up here and getting ready to go. Pace cars off. Gebels on the gas. Nine's going to fall in behind him. Hollingsworth's going to flow in there, and the 71 and Rob Jenkins is going to straight line, and Todd Gray's trying to work his way on the outside of the 30. 33 almost makes contact with him, but he stays off of him, and he's going to fall into line behind the 30. Top, about 12 straight line. Down into 1, the field's already picking up half of the track. Typical Martinsville fashion. For last year, you're about a half a track behind.
Back here, the battle for 10th. Hatchell just made this run on wow, I can't talk tonight. On Gainforth and took that spot away.
Yeah, 33 kind of got wild, was down on almost, made contact with the inside wall in the backstretch, collected it up. That put a pretty good gap between 6th and 7th. John Gray's working on the back of Glessner. About a 1-car gap between the top 3 and about a 3-car gap between 3rd and 4th. Battle back here. Hatchell in the 1. Hatchell's going to get a nose under. The 1's going to pull up and let him slide by. Back in line.
Yeah, I've been watching Seth. He's got a pretty good hot rod right there. The Team V-Speed has 2 really good cars here tonight.
Hatchell started 10th. He's up to 8th. One of the fastest cars right now. The 89's closing up on the back of the 6 here, and they're going to have a battle for the lead. Run here off the corner, off 2, down the backstretch.
Yeah, I think Ryan knows it too. He's trying to protect that bottom a little bit so that way Shane can't get the big run coming off and stick the nose in there and hang him out.
Up on board with the 89 gyro cam. You can see how flat this track is. Hardly any banking here. Concrete turns. Lanes up. I've not ran a lot of the A cars here, but it looks like whenever they're coming off of that, off the turns and off the concrete onto the pavement, the car just gives kind of a little bounce, a little shift. So I'd assume that's the back wheels hooking up when it hits the asphalt or something. Usually when I run A cars here in any league, I end up getting thrown out because I dive bomb.
Well, you know, that's the first step, is admitting it.
Yeah. It isn't because I'm dive bombing, it's because they're so much slower than me.
It's a good cover.
Make it play around some flat traffic. Gets up out of the way. That's the top of the field go by.
Hats off there. Paul Zoda's back on the track. Unfortunately, he's the next one that Ryan's targeting in on.
Yeah, I know Paul's been having a few connection issues. Must have lost connection there. On lap 35 already after we got the cautions straightened out. Let's see if we can find some Martinsville trivia.
What driver doubled their fan base at Martinsville?
Doubled their fan base?
Yeah.
Go with Mark Martinson.
Matt Kenseth after wrecking Joey Logano.
Oh. Well, I think that was probably maybe the only time he was a Matt Kenseth fan. Or you might like Joey Logano.
I'm not going to say I'm a Logano fan, but I'd still pick him over Kenseth.
I was actually watching the highlight film of that. Just, I think, yesterday. Now that we're getting ready to go racing again, you know, they're coming up with all these highlight films. Trying to pit guys against each other, so they have to show the Kenseth Logano battles.
Well, and with him coming back, it's the perfect time to get everybody familiar with it.
Fired up. I'm excited for some racing. I mean, Darlington's a crazy track to begin with, but just pulling the cars off the hauler and lining up with no practice, it's gonna be crazy.
Well, they feel they've all been sim racing. They don't need that practice.
Yeah. I see Gemmel still got a lead here. 89's a couple cars behind him. And Hollingsworth's in tow with them. Rob Jenkins about 1.8 seconds back from the leader. Glessner and Todd Cray all kind of biding their time here and clicking off some laps.
And then we got Seth Hatchell that's just creeping his way up there. He's going to have Cray here in probably the next 15-20 laps.
Yeah, you just seen him creep around Gary Wright. Gary a couple laps down. Looks like the 89's trying to make a run back to the back bumpers. The 6 puts some heat back on him. A lot of guys here try to save your tires, but it's hard to save your tires when you're out front.
Yeah, especially when you got Shane and Jeff right behind you. You know you can't really save. You just got to keep digging. Oh, Shane got a big time slide there coming off of 4.
Now let's Hollingworth climb back up on his back bumper here. I think for sideways he got, he sure did save his run though. He still had a big run down there. So, Gemmel's fastest lap was 19.6, and they're now running 20.2s. The tires definitely fell off here. I don't know what the fuel run is, but it's kind of one of them, how much can you handle this thing? Because 89 is getting swirly about off every turn. He's definitely battling those conditions. Like Hollingsworth is going to take a peek here. Gemmel's looking in the mirror saying, "Get him!"
Yup, get up there on him, buddy, so I can run away. Looks like we got David Gainforth slow going down the front stretch, and he's going to pull out here in front of the leaders. Shane gives him a good shot.
Yeah, I think he was slowing down to get out of the way and just couldn't get out of the way fast enough because they had a head full of steam on him, but he's still pretty slow here.
I'm almost wondering if he got loose and put it in the inside wall.
Showing a little bit of left front damage. Oh.
Well, we know where the rear damage came from.
Yeah. He's got nose damage all over. But he got into something. No, the 89 got into him.
Yeah, I don't think Shane really saw David down there. I mean, Ryan threw it in high on him. And I think Shane was like, yeah, there's my opportunity. Whoa, lap car.
Yeah, Hollingsworth was starting to close in on him, so he might have been, you know, kind of seeing where Jeff was at. Boom, lap car there, high. Hollingsworth's all over the back bumper at 89. It's going to get a little bit loose there, and 89's going to jump back out about a car length ahead. Like the leaders getting ready to get pretty heavy lap traffic here.
Oh, and the one's turned around in front of Ryan. Oh, Shane hammers them. Well, we may want to pull Shane up here and ask him if he can hit the pace car.
Yeah, the one comes off the turn, gets loose. A roadblock out here. Oh, he caught the apron. Catches the apron, loops himself around, and Shane had nowhere to go, and it's pretty hard right front there.
And hey, would you imagine this? Everyone's coming down pit lane.
Yep, now's the time to do it. Shane's right front's pretty banged up. Hollingsworth some damage. Whoa, Shane jets right out there to get to be first off pit road. Did you catch,
Well, you know,
did you catch that? Oh, he wants to get some more damage fixed.
I was going to say, that's the best way to get track position.
Yeah, man, if he didn't have to get damage fixed, he'd come off of there like a rocket. Here it is, man. Jack drops and he shoots out there. Now the faster you get out, the sooner you can get some damage fixed. Vartan's getting damage fixed. Had kind of a rough go there. Early.
Yeah, he got bit by the Martinsville snake.
Gemmel's going to stay out front. Hollingsworth's going to slide up into that second spot. Rob Jenkins had a good stop, got himself up to the third spot. Glessner and Todd Cray, fourth and fifth. And Seth Hatchell's worked his way up to sixth, and with fresh tires, how fast he was early in that last run.
Yeah, that's one car I wouldn't want to see in my rear view.
He'll be up there battling with Steve Hay here.
I mean, yeah, he definitely could be, but remember, it's one thing to be the fastest car, and then it's another thing to be able to make the passes on these front guys.
Flags out. Gemmel's going to spin his tires all over the place. And Hollingsworth's going to get a big run on the outside, see if he can hold it here going down the backstretch. And I think he's going to make it.
Yeah. Oh, and Jenkins throws it in deep.
Power move by Jenkins to take away that third spot. Todd Cray's going to work inside Hatchell here. That spot's going to go to Cray. Got Trevarton and Papala back here battling, trying to work their way back up to the front. Spidle's with them.
Yeah, Papala, he's been on the move since the green flag dropped.
Yeah, he's going to be a man on a mission now. Hollingsworth's going to scoop up that lap. But he can do in that 97 out front by himself. 71 at Rob Jenkins. Going to put some pressure on the 6. Shane's moved up to 7th already. Restarted 11th.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure there, but I almost think he may have put some guys 3 wide on that first lap.
Felt it was time to go. He went.
I mean, we're close to that halfway mark, and once these tires wear off, they're a handful to handle, so get every spot you can while you got those fresh tires on there.
Feeling pretty spread out, and like Gary Wright withdrew from the race. Looks like we also lost Scott Kidd there. After his front-end damage is pretty bad. So. Martin is showing him 12th, and he is the lucky dog.
Oh! 30 lost all kinds of momentum, and Hatchell is going to drive right around him up into the top 5. Todd Cray's now all over Dale's rear bumper.
On board with Gray as you hear him working that throttle. On the back bumper of that 30 car. real high there. Trevart just sneak underneath. Trevart just really blasted through this field too. Just gonna get his flat back also. You see the 89 closed up on the back of Gray. Taking that 6th spot. While up front, Hollingsworth's got about a half a second lead. Just not a lot here. Bob Jenkins trying to work the back bumper of that 6 car.
You know, I want to give a shout out to somebody here. I can't guarantee she is watching, but she almost watches every race when the crazy train gets in here. And Jessica, I want to thank you for tuning in as much as you do.
Yeah, Jessica, thanks for tuning in and watching Guy Craig go at it.
Keep sending him that good luck, because he needs it tonight here at Martinsville.
Started 12th, got his way worked up to 6th. Bob Jenkins still trying to find a way to get around the 6 car. He's working a few different lines.
Yeah, he's giving Ryan a full red mirror. And I just got out of the corner in my eye too. Shane ended up getting around Trevarthen. I know that ain't a spot for position, but it's still nice to be another car ahead.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting ready to catch up to the 21 here. Definitely trying to make up for that last incident. Shoot. Everybody's kind of spread out here. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the points. Gemmel's going to be your points leader still. And the 89 Papal is going to be 9 points behind him. And Brad Hicks is in 3rd, 20 points behind Hollingsworth. In 4th, 34 points behind. And the two of Trevarthen, 41 points behind. So I'd say with 3 points races left, them definitely chances for the top 5 to get involved in the championship. So Hollingsworth pulls off a win here tonight. That's definitely going to give him a little boost up towards the top. But Gemmel's your points leader, and he's doesn't look like he's going to give up many points tonight. But this is Martinsville, and it can all go bad.
And while we're talking about points, Dale Glessner takes over that 4th spot. Wow. JC, I cannot talk tonight. And I promise everybody watching, I have not drank tonight. Seth Hatchell falls back, and he's got a mirror full of the crazy train now.
Maybe that's your problem.
You know, if I drink more often, I'd say it is, but...
I'm glad we didn't do caution shots tonight.
We just saved that for the super late model league.
Yeah. Gray's reached the back bumper of the 8. He's all over it trying to take that spot. He's going to get a nose here on the inside going down the front stretch.
He drove it in deep, but Seth did just as far. They're door to door going down the back stretch.
He's going to slide into that 5th spot. Good job working his car in there and patient, not forcing anything, and kind of letting nature take its course. The Hollingsworth is starting to walk away from the field here a little bit. 1.3 second lead. Rob Jenkins slid into that 2nd spot while we was watching Craig go at it.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan's falling off pretty hard because here comes Dale after him, too.
Nick Lesser having a good run in that 30. Started in 7th, then pretty much running top 5, 6 right outside of there all race. Stayed out of trouble. See Craig catching up to him. Trevarton still hoping for a caution. The 89 catches the apron there, almost gave him one.
I don't think he'd be upset seeing that give it to him after the start.
Yeah, he'd probably like to give him a caution. Only problem with that is an iRacing, if you're involved in the incident, you don't get the lucky dog. Well, I guess it's that way everywhere. Yeah, Hollingsworth still about a 1.5 lead.
Yeah, he's just running away with it right now, hitting his marks every lap and just making that car look beautiful going around this paperclip.
Down the backstretch, we're going to complete 99 this time by. Dropped off almost 0.7 of a lap since our last set of tires.
Well, you know, I came out early today and I did some testing where, you know, we can test drive the cars, and I think my quickest lap around here was a 20.3, and Jeff just put down a 20.1. So he's still 0.2 of a quicker than my quickest lap on new tires.
Lester's caught the back of the 6. He can move and take over the 3rd position. On board here at Lester, you can hear how early he let off the throttle. Brake, 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 brake. Let it rotate, and we ease back into the throttle and give it to it. You're doing that twice a lap for 145 laps. That, honestly, that just wears on you mentally.
And that's 290 times.
This track, whenever you run these long races, it does. It mentally starts to wear on you. You see Gray there almost hit the outside wall. And kind of get into such a groove when something happens and it takes you out of that groove. It's easy to drop it 0.2 of a lap whenever you get out of your groove.
Yeah, and with as short of a track this is, it normally takes 3 to 4 laps to regather yourself back up and get back in that rhythm.
Just something crazy little, like coming up on a lap car where you have to just adjust your line. It just messes you up for a few laps. Too blessed.
Oh, we got a yellow. Not sure where it's at. Ah, Mark Jenkins is sideways off of 4.
Take it back here and see if we can see what happened. And it's like maybe it's going to be a self. And yeah, he gets on the throttle and loses the rear end and makes some light contact with the inside wall in the front stretch. Yeah, he's trying to get it going so it didn't throw the yellow, but didn't get it. Caution number 5. I think that's going to change a lot here. See Hollingsworth coming down pit road.
Well, we know Shane won't fire off and get the front unless he takes 2 tires. But he should be able to pick up some spots here if he does like he did last time.
Did not take 2 tires. Took 4 and he's repairing damage, so. And here's Mr. Lucky Dog. That's going to put Trevarton back on the lead lap.
Oh, things could be getting interesting now.
Probably wishes it was about 25 laps sooner, but hey, he'll take it. Top 10, Hollingsworth's going to get out of the pits first. Gemmel's in second, Rob Jenkins in third. Todd Cray moves up to the 4th slot. Wester's in 5th. Seth Hatchell's up to 6th. Brad Hicks in 7th. Brad Speidels got his way back up to 8th after being in a few incidents at the beginning of the race. Gainforce showing in 9th, and 10th is going to be the 89, Papala.
All I'm going to say is whatever you're doing, Jessica, keep that up because the crazy train just keeps climbing up.
Doubled up, pace car lights are out.
Now we'll see how quick Hollingsworth fires off on this restart.
Yeah, restarts are on the leader, so.
He didn't get as good of a jump as he wanted, and Ryan's right there. Crazy Train almost got hung out, but he's going to be good to come down. He's going to be in 4th. Oh! I thought Ryan was going for a ride. He still may be.
Kind of started losing position there.
He fights back like a champ on the high side. Crazy Train tags him. They're going around.
Yeah, caution number 6.
That was a candy sandwich.
Let's go back. It looked like the 71 kind of rooted up underneath the 6 there, and the 6 is on the outside. He hasn't been out there much tonight, so he's battling on the inside, and him and the 71 getting caught up. And he's like maybe the 6 starts losing the rear end. Todd Cray's down there, and he makes a candy sandwich on the inside wall.
I mean, that started about a lap back. I mean, the 71, he threw it in deep there, and I think Ryan felt it, and so he tried to go in deeper the next corner and slid up.
And Ryan almost got a pass on Hollingsworth, and oh yeah, the 71 catches the 6 and gets him a little squirrely there on that lap, and tries to battle him on the inside. Yeah, that went on for like a lap and a half.
You know,
So-
that goes back to your comment. Once you get knocked out of your rhythm, just everything goes out the window.
Yeah, and the 6 hasn't had to run on the outside much tonight, so he was kind of in uncharted waters. Martinsville's always fun whenever you get to run whatever line you want to run.
Right. And then good old school has to throw a curveball at you.
Sitting up there in second now. Lester in third. Hatchell's. Brad Hicks been kind of silent all night. Got himself up in sitting third right now. 20 off, so it's night for him, and Hollingsworth
Is loving it.
loving it. He probably wasn't too sad seeing the 6 go around, but there's still a lot of time for pick-up spots.
I mean, there is, but there's not. I mean, we're going to be at about lap 120 when we go back green, so that's only leaving 25 laps. And I don't want to pick on Ryan, but I haven't seen him make too many moves and passes on the track, so we'll see what he's got now coming from the back.
It shows him right now sitting 10th. Plus, he does probably have some pretty decent damage, so see how that affects him.
I just saw Cray and Shane come off pit lane, so they got some damage repaired, probably some new tires thrown back on there, and they're going to come after him.
Yeah, we're going to get the green flag here. Coming down the back stretch right now.
Jeff waited a little bit longer, fired off later. He got a big jump there, allowed Rob to slide down in on the bottom.
That's the Hatchell washed up the track there a little bit. Back down the 86 of Hicks all over his back bumper. Pretty much single file throughout the field.
Oh, I think it's Brad Hicks. Yes, Brad Hicks. In the inside wall. Well, he was having a good points night.
Yeah, I got him with the curse. Yeah, he just looped himself. No damage.
Well, I think it's back because I cursed Cray.
Shook that off for a while. Oh, we are at 122 from 145, caution 7. I think marks the most we've had first half of the year. 14 cautions on the year and 7s tonight.
I was going to say, I think it's definitely the most cautions we've had here at the SOMO League. I love our shut up and race, but I don't think anyone can beat Iowa.
No. That's another reason I like Mark. Which is you get them cautions, does stack the field back up, and that's where the racing's fighting at.
Our points leader, he's back up to 7th, so he's definitely making some moves. How about Trevarthen? He was wrecked right at the beginning of the race. He's up to 5th.
Yeah, they've done a good job getting that all fixed up, and he's got the lucky dog 2 cautions. Up to 5th. Kind of made up for. Yeah, I mean, talking about 25 laps ain't really a lot. Now it's really not a lot. This restart is gonna be big.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx him on it, but this may be the one he has to get. Rob's had a dynamite car all night. Dale, same thing. That number 30 Chevrolet has just been on rails. Seth Hatchell's up there.
Hatchell's made up a ton of spots. Started. Didn't qualify. Started last one to qualify. He started 10th. Probably just back.
Hollingsworth got a good jump. Dale Glessner's going to throw it in there under Jenkins. And how about Hatchell? He's trying to make that high side work.
Emergency. Just underneath of him.
Oh, 8 tires are better than 4.
Hatchell's still on the outside. It's Gray's getting ready to stick his no.
Yeah, and Cray's gonna drive her in there. Oh, Brian's going around. Nothing like 2 team cars. That's a team photo right there. They were even shaped like a V for V speed. I'm just saying. I'm gonna have hate mail after that. Seth Ryan, sorry.
Yeah, Ryan just gets there. You are correct. I mean, they do make a little V. Yeah, unfortunate. We're gonna go back here and
Try it all over again.
now they really don't have any time. Time is up.
Well, now we'll see how aggressive everyone is. So Rob's going to be back on the bottom. He's going to have the crazy train under him. Or behind him. Sorry about that. And things could shape up and get a little bit crazy right now. No pun intended either with the crazy train.
I'm trying to see who stopped it. I don't think anybody that took tires there. The 89 9-tune tires. 10. Got 13 back on the lead lap now. Are caution number 8. I didn't go over track temp. 58 degrees. Showing one lead change. That's whenever Hollingsworth got it from Gebel.
Yeah, and he's never looked back.
So, been a typical Martinsville night. We haven't really seen anybody get too heated and react to anything. That's good. There's Jessica giving her a look to Todd.
I figured she was out there.
And Judy does agree that that was a V.
Thank you.
Oh, Glesker gets really loose there on the restart.
Oh!
Gerard shove it on that 30. He says, get out of my way. We don't have time to do this. 70 throws it in.
Oh, and Rob throws it in there. And you said tempers weren't flaring.
Yeah,
Here we go. Welcome to Martinsville. You have no friends, you won't have friends, and any you have, you won't have leaving.
Man, Rob really just threw it in there hard. Well, that was exciting. We get to do it again. I think that one's pretty easy to figure out. So I don't get iRacing chat, but I can't imagine it's probably very... These guys are pretty good about it, though.
To be a fly on the wall over there.
So Zoda's going to get another lap back. He was, I think he was like 11 down. He's down to 8 after this connector.
Well, you know, I always say, you gotta have that never say die attitude, keep fighting, you never know what you can pick up.
So this is like having like 4 green-white checkers.
Oh, and I don't think it's done yet.
Martin's in second. I mean,
If you would have said that's how this was gonna work out, I wouldn't have believed you. Nothing against you, Trebarthen. I just never would have thought you'd be back up here fighting for the win.
we was just talking now. 25 laps wasn't a lot of time to get back up there because he got that lucky dog in that one caution. Got that caution number 6. Here he is sitting in second. Yeah, we're inside 5 laps to go here. Getting interesting, folks.
I think Cray may be worried about fuel because he just dropped way back.
Also, another thing worth mentioning, Brad Hicks is sitting in that 6th spot. So he had that, self-spin, and it looked like maybe he was going to lose some points, but he got it collected back up. Pace car lights are out. We're in the middle of the backstretch, and we want to get the 4 laps to go. we think.
Ah, this ain't over yet.
Hollingsworth gets a big jump and Spidle's in the wall. And
Oh, we already got the caution out. Now the question is, did the Crazy Train clear Jenkins to start in third?
I have no clue, but 5-car spun, caught the inside wall. That's what brought this one out. And just by the looks, the way it was fanning out before that caution, whenever we got down to turn 3, it was going to happen anyways. Pace car.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are worried about fuel right now. I think that's the first time I've seen Hollingsworth wait for the pace car on the front stretch.
Yeah, I can't remember how many green-white checkers go here. I don't have that. I'm thinking 3, though.
Did you just hear Paul there?
No.
Paul just mic'd up and went, I need 7 more cautions to be on the lead lap, boys.
He might get it. So kind of out of characteristic for this league to have these very cautions, but I mean I love it.
Well, if you're gonna have a night like tonight, make it exciting, and that they have.
Will be under green-white checkers.
And Cray did get the spot from Jenkins, so let's see if we'll see a bump and run here and try to take the win.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I guess if I was Hollingsworth and I looked at starting behind me, I probably wouldn't want it to be the 21. Probably about anybody in the field, because Todd will give him the bump and run, but he's pretty good at controlling it. I think if he does it, I think it'll be pretty controlled. I don't think he's going to run him over by no means, but he'll move him out of the way.
So you're telling me we could see 3 wide for the lead going into 3 and 4?
I mean, why not? I suppose maybe if I wanted to be restarting here, I'd probably like where I'd be okay starting inside of the top 6 and feeling like I have a shot at winning this thing. Gembel's worked his way back up to 8th. So, bad points night averted. Hollingsworth's going to get the 5 win bonus points. That's going to help his comp. Well, wait. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Alright, Jessica. Here's your time. Get up off your feet. Get ready to yell, scream, and cheer Correa to get that win. Right. Shane's already given the bumper to Ryan. Oh, yeah. It's about to get exciting.
His car's off. The restart's going to be on the 97. And
green, green, green. Oh, Craig gets dumped.
Oh boy.
He tried to play it safe. Oh, the 101 dumps Jenkins. Here comes Craig back to the front. Gives Ryan a shot. Well, you said tempers weren't flaring. Here they go.
Alright, so we're going to re-rack this thing up. And I'll see where the caution settle these guys out.
I mean, Craig did a great job trying to gather that thing back up. But that's the second time he's spent the meat in the sandwich.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out which angle I want to look at this. I'm going to go to the chopper. Oh, yeah.
Get to the chopper.
71. got into Gray there pretty hard. Yeah, they're all banging off each other the whole way through. So, yeah, we'll jump on a restart here. Going into 3. Going down into 1, Hollingsworth clears him, and yeah, the 71 gets on the quarter of Cray and just kind of drives through him there. So
He gave him the Bowser ball.
front of the 71's all tore up. He's got a missing front end. So he's going to go into pits and just have a plow installed on the front of that thing. The you might checker number 2 coming at you. They're Trevarton. 29 laps to go. A lap
How
down.
did Jenkins come out of that upper? Oh, he's not. Alright, it's showing him in 13th. I was going to say, how did he come out in the lead?
Actually, I think he was going to be pretty good as far as his position after that, and then he got kind of turned into the turn after everybody started checking up.
Well, now Hicks gets a shot at it. And the guy who was going crazy 20 laps ago, he's up into 5th now, Ryan.
Yeah, so it's green,
He
white,
puts
checker.
it in. He puts it in the podium. I am telling him that needs to be a team photo.
Yeah. That's gonna be wild. So Noda's gonna get another lap back here. He's not gonna get his. He's not gonna get 6 more though. The second green white checker coming up, and I believe
Here we
there's
go
3.
doubling up.
Can you tell if there's 3 or 2?
Yeah, there's 3. So we got one more shot at this. Let's use it.
Let's tear up some equipment. Pace car's off.
Hollingsworth got a good jump, but it looked like he spun him a little bit.
Yeah,
Hicks
89.
hammers
Oh, he
Trevarton.
hammers
Here
him.
they go.
Oh, into Cray. What a mess. It's stay
And
green.
there's no way. Amazing. Hollingsworth just has to get down to the start finish. This race is going to be over next time by. Cray's still in the barrels.
White flags in the air. Meanwhile, Gemmel's pulled into the 2nd spot around Trevarton. And what in the world? iRacing
That's
said
off
we're not doing this anymore. It's over. And
Hollingsworth, Gemmel, Trevarton, your top 3. What a night. The only one I thought would have been there was Hollingsworth.
wow, that is crazy. Let's roll back. We'll roll back.
To what restart?
We're gonna roll back to the last restart. Go high up so we can get a lot of the field in. And this is just a bunch of ping pong here. Hicks got. I tried to see how Gemmel worked his way up, and Hicks just, man, he just really rams Trevarton out of the way. And caught the inside. It didn't go caution because none of them cars turned around. They all stayed straight, believe it or not.
Well, other than poor Todd Cray who got put in the water barrels.
Oh, so it probably figured he was off the track. Oh, man. That was
What
crazy.
a finish.
That was crazy. Hollingsworth checked out already. Okay, wow. That was Martinsville right there. Oh, man, let's get Trevarton up here.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Mike, this is JC and Taz in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, brother?
Man, I'll tell you what. You was sitting in that lucky dog spot, which had to feel like about forever for you, and then you finally got it. And look, here you end up running second.
Man, talk about chasing the lucky dog. I was every time we'd get a caution, the lead lap cars just lapped somebody else and kept getting caught behind it. Finally got back on the lead lap there and was able to make something happen. A lot of pushing and shoving on the restarts there. I'm guilty for it as well, but came out a pretty good race.
Yeah, it was good old typical Martinsville there at the end. And hey,
Man, hats off with that save.
Yeah, I mean, usually the guys pile in and you end up turned around and lap down. Luckily, everybody else kind of scattered behind me.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting race, and it was pretty cool to see you come from a lap down and get that third place finish. Anybody you want to thank this week?
Yeah, definitely would give a hat off to you guys for what you do in the broadcast. And Paul Zada, who has a great league here, SOMO, his sponsor, Lucienda's Sleek and Unique VIPs, Color Street Nail Strips, and my family for putting up with my seat time here. And like I said, great time.
Well, we appreciate the kindness, and we look forward to seeing you here next week. I think we're in Charlotte.
All right, fellas.
All right, have a good week.
You too, man.
User was moved out of your channel.
Ryan snuck down a room.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Ryan, this is JC and Taz in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, kind of crazy race for you. Well, kind of crazy race for everybody, but it led 60 laps and got shuffled back there and got into it with your teammate. Well, you spun out, your teammate caught you, and you really battled your way back up through there, avoided the chaos here in these bunch of restarts, and 60 laps led in second place.
Yeah, I certainly feel bad about that. I didn't mean to obviously tear Seth's stuff up. He had a good car tonight. He had a shot to win. Started off good. I think the clean air was the real difference there. Once Jeff got around me on that restart and I was in some dirty air, my car just wasn't handling the same. I don't know. People were aggressive out there today. Lots of people moving other people. But you'll have that at Martinsville. It is what it is. So happy to bring a podium finish back to the end of the race here and move on, I guess. It's Martinsville.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, not to stir any pots, but that caution with you and Seth, you better get a photo. That better be up on the team Facebook page because Team V Speed was sitting there in a V.
Really? I didn't even go back and look at it. That's pretty funny, but I think we're going to try and forget about that one.
Don't blame me there, but I'm just saying, it could make a good photo. Christmas present, something that way. But man, you had a good run tonight. Happy to see you fight your way back up here into the top, and a horrible night for you that I thought you were going to have in points turned out to a decent night.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure how it all worked out there in the end for me. Those last couple late restarts, the seas kind of parted around me, and I was able to squeak through both of them with fairly minor contact. And I was pretty surprised whenever I squeaked through and ended up in second on that last green-white checkered. But yeah, I mean, overall, I guess it was a decent points night. Could have been better, I think, if I would have been able to keep myself out front on that one restart where I lost the lead. I think it might have been a little different, but you never know. So move on to, I think, Charlotte next week.
Yep. Well, anybody you want to thank this week?
Oh, as usual, you guys up in the booth, you guys do awesome. I love being able to go back and watch these races. It's pretty cool. Lucinda's Color Street Nails for coming on board, Paul for putting up the league, and my V-Speed teammates and everyone that came out to watch.
Sounds good. Well, fun seeing you run up through the field there a couple times, and have a good week and stay safe.
Yep, you too, guys. Thanks.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Jeff, it's JC and Taz in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How y'all fellas doing?
Oh, we're doing good. Man, you got out front and could run the line you wanted and hung out there for 95 laps until the chaos cleared itself up.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was fun at the beginning, and the end there with all those restarts, that was nuts.
Yeah,
I mean,
nerve-wracking, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
I just have no idea how you hit your marks every time on every one of those restarts. I think one of them you may have spun the tires a little bit.
Yeah, I spun them on. I think that last one, but yeah, that's Ron was telling me, and it was getting in my head. I'm like, man, I got to get another restart.
Yeah, it was one of them deals where I think they had the caution and we're like, oh, Trevarton's going to get a shot at him. Oh, no, Jenkins is going to get a shot at him. We was kind of just picking who was going to get the next shot at you here on the restarts, and had nobody can get to your bumper. It seemed like they was taking the shot, but that was exciting.
Somebody got to me because I got one of the restarts. I got shot up the track, and they were wrecking after the yellow came out. It was crazy, but it ended well for me, and that's, you know, I haven't had that kind of luck in this league. I've led a lot and done good, but it not come up with the finishes I needed.
Yeah, drought's over. Good points night. Get some win points, and you led 95 laps, and actually Gemmel led the other 60. So you two led every lap this race and finished 1-2. He had a little harder path than you did, though. So
Yes, sir.
it was exciting to watch for sure. Your drought's over, and you can move on to Charlotte next week.
Yes, sir. Got a few people I want to thank here. Color Street Nails and Paul, of course, this league. My family. Kyle, Shelby, Micah, Katie, Zach, Little McKenna. My team, Old Guys Rule. That's Charlie, Troy, Robert, James. And y'all saw that Ron Holyfield was back on the track. Good to see him there. And my buddy Dano was watching the broadcast. Shout out to him. And everybody at Elizabeth City Nissan here in North Carolina.
Well, man, tonight when you get home, don't forget to wind up that, virtual grandfather clock. Enjoy it. And awesome race tonight, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, Bo, have a good week, and stay safe this week.
You too, my friend. Take care, fellas.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right.
Well, man, that's Martinsville for you, baby.
That's Martinsville. That's about as exciting as it gets. Race summary, we ended up doing 155 laps. So restart at Green White Checkers, we went 10 over. One lead change. 95 laps led by Hollingsworth. The other 60 belonged to Ryan Gemmel. And we had 11 cautions. 2 Green White Checkers. Maybe should have been 3, but it still was entertaining to say the least.
They almost passed up their season caution count in one race.
Yeah, it was uncharacteristic but entertaining. So you keep them stacked up here at Martinsville. It's going to be exciting. Next week we roll off to, I got the May 13th Charlotte All-Star. So the link will be up, and I'm sure there'll be some kind of format to go with that. Let you know, keep an eye on the Checkered Flag Network. And our next race is going to be, I believe Sunday night.
Chicago.
Sunday night we're going to go Chicagoland for GameWorks. So
Yeah, we're going to get there before it turns into a industrial park.
yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's a shame.
It is.
So yeah.
Well, quick history lesson there on Chicago. when they were actually looking to build that track, they wanted to build it in Richmond, Illinois, right on the Wisconsin-Illinois border, and the town of Richmond turned it down, and Joliet jumped on it right away.
That's a neat little. It's a neat little track. That's
Well,
a
it's
shame.
everything they have there. I mean, the drag strip, they got the Torco off-road truck track out there. It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so join us there Sunday night, and that's going to go on there about 7:50. I take that back. 8:50 Eastern Standard Time. Session opens at 7:50. If you're interested in running that, check out the link. It's going to be posted on Check Flight Network here pretty quick. And I'll just say it's a $5 buy-in, and all the payout goes to the winner, and it has the scale. So there's a couple races where they had quite a few guys, and I think somebody walked away $38 or $35 or something. So check it out.
Yeah, that was Philip Martin. Not to toot my own horn, but Taz Motorsports car.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to run these A cars, you're good at it, and check it out Sunday night. And then we'll be back here next week for Charlotte All-Star race for SOMO. That's about it. We're going to get a word from our sponsor here. I didn't get to fit that in tonight because it was such a short caution span. And everybody take care this week and stay safe.